Hello Libra, welcome to the Black Hearted Oracle. I hope all is well. Before we get started, I'd like to pay homage to Mother Sustainer, Father Creator, and of course my beautiful ancestors. Now I thank you so much for coming back to the Black Hearted Oracle. If you are returning, but if this is your first time, welcome here, all seekers. Okay, I have new decks and I'm in love with them because it's the first time I'm using them. And I shuffled for all 12 zodiac signs yesterday on the Gemini new moon. And I must tell you how powerful these readings are. I'm very much amazed because I shuffled but I didn't review the readings. But once I laid them out, I looked for the pages in the books because, as I said, they're new cards. So yeah, let's just get into them because these readings are on point. Okay. The first message is from the Rumi Oracle deck. And it is... Wait. Oh, I don't even think I looked that one up. Dog it. I didn't get the page. Give me 1 second. Let me find that page. 24. Yeah, that's what I was trying to cut down on, the amount of time. Okay, it says, it is difficult to see your magnificence without a mirror the size of the galaxy. How could you possibly witness all that you are? You must catch glimpses of your truth now and then. Oh, if you could see yourself as I see you in all your glorious fullness of being. You are swathed in robes of grace, so light and freeing that they do not weigh you down, and yet so luscious and full that you cannot help but stir the movement of all of creation as you step with this way and that way. It says, this oracle comes to you with a message. You may be wondering if you can attain this next stage of growth in your life. You are already well equipped to do so. No matter what you might believe about the situation, circumstances, or others involved, even yourself, you have within your sole possession more than enough grace to see you through anything you are bold enough to envision for yourself, or for any vision you feel life has bestowed upon you. So pray through your unconditional love to access all that you are, to be supported by those beings that love you without condition. Pray to realize that you are so drenched in sacred grace that the well of your being is full. All that is needed to nurture you onto the next step of your life path is within you now. Success is yours, but you must believe in your ability, your readiness, and your capacity to take this next phase of the journey now. How could it be otherwise, for you are one with grace? Wow. I just want to keep saying that one. Wow. Okay. So it seems like, because as I was reading like the Voyage and the Talisman previously, when I laid out your cards and I was looking for the pages, it's and now that I read the Rumi Resplendent with Grace card, it's telling me that you're at a place of doubt. You know, there's things that you want to achieve, and I don't think you feel like you have the confidence within you to pull it off. But right now, this is just telling you that these are just cycles that you're going through. Sorry. I have incense burning in the background. Okay. Sorry about that. So yeah, as I was saying, it seems like you're at a point at cycles, and maybe you are stuck in a more stagnant period. But as these cards are telling you that right now it's a time for you to walk with the divine and step into the door of spirit, and that is to have faith and trust into the journey that lies ahead of you. Because let's read what this one says. Voyage, right? And it says, get ready. You're about to embark on a journey. It might be an inner sojourner or an outer voyage to a distant land. It might be a project or an idea that is coming to life. You are a traveler sailing forth into the unknown. This is a time to make it happen. Get prepared. Have a clear vision of what you want to experience, but also be prepared for the unexpected. Remember to enjoy the journey as you are reaching the destination. Okay? And I want to read Talisman before we go further into the reading. It says, Talisman number 49. A lesson truly learned is crystallized as earned wisdom. You have all you need for the success you seek. Wisdom allows you to recognize traps on the road and familiar patterns that you want to avoid. It also enables you to quickly gather information about where you are on your journey. It helps you to recognize your allies and know how to find the best routes along the way. You are at a place where you know the right thing to do and the best choices to make. You really can't commit a mistake. Great fortune awaits you, for you have the wisdom to arrive at the right decision. You've learned your lesson and earned the right to your success. So again, it's telling you, step out on faith, Libra. You know, I mean, I know Libra's balance, always trying to balance the scales, always trying to balance the scales. But when you're walking on your path and your journey, there's no way for you to keep a balanced scales. It's going to tip here and tip there because it's the journey. You know, once you get to the end of that journey, your scales shall be balanced. Your scales and your heart should be balanced on the scales of Ma'at. But while you're on the journey, just make sure you're not waffling too far to left. You know, as you can see, this journey is not a straight path. Like if you look at the path that lies before her, it's not straight. There's a lot of bends, there's a lot of curves, there's a lot of looking like zigzags. I mean, over here it looks like it goes into the fog. So there's going to be times where you're on your journey where you're not certain if you should continue or if this thing is the right thing or how you'll be able to create the vision. But it's telling you that Spirit is here working with you and you are covered in the grace of the Creator, Mother Sustainer, and your ancestors. And they're all working in favor to bring whatever vision you have to life. You just have to be the one to step out on faith. Right? And now at the bottom we have 11, Fortuna. And if you notice, right? You see that it's Libra symbolism right here? Okay? So this message really is for you, Libra. Okay? And I just want to know, like these little bay leaves, I keep them in like this little bag and I don't shuffle them, but I shake the bag and ask whoever needs the reading that their sign should pop out, and your sign popped out. So that's why you're coming third, right? But here we have Fortuna, which is the goddess of fortune. That's why we say, oh, you're fortunate, you know, because of Fortuna, right? And then we have the student, and we have Lemurian quartz as your crystal, and we have ask a fucking expert, you know? So if you're waffling back and forth and you're kind of stuck, it's telling you, don't do that to yourself. Ask somebody who can give you insight into what you're trying to build or where you're trying to go. All right. It says the Sun and Jupiter is a harmonious combination signifying great good fortune. The gold coin represents the Sun and the blue bird is the traditional color of Jupiter. The coins are a symbol of good fortune in general and do not necessarily signify financial gain. The planet Jupiter is life expanding, while the Sun represents creative ability. As the Sun is in its own generous sign of Leo, this is the mansion of splendid opportunity. Okay, if this card is drawn, it often indicates that you were lucky enough to be born as into a well-off family and will inherit significant sums of money, or that you are naturally talented in some way or will come into contact with someone who is, right? But here we have the student attribute. In its light attributes, it's humility, devotion to knowledge, openness to lifelong learning. And it's also in the shadow attributes, it's arrogance in the pursuit of destructive knowledge, unwillingness to translate knowledge into action. So that's what I'm getting a feeling, right? Is that right now you're stuck into the lower attributes of the student. And you're waffling back and forth between these lighter and darker aspects of yourself. But everything on this board right now is telling you that you're coming into a time that is rife with success, rife with abundance, but it's you're gonna have to have the faith and the stamina to stick to the vision. Okay? Like Lumira quartz, it says what it is. Lumira quartz is identifiable by its blushing hue and the ladder-like horizontal grooves that climb up its face. Its name is a sort of shout out to the Lamera, a fabled lost continent whose highly evolved inhabitants, some far out folks insist now live under Mount Shasta in California. Oh, okay. Who needs it? Anyone in need of a vacation from their thoughts. Where to put it? Lemurians are like wands. Point them at the body part, friends, and other crystals that need more juice. When to use it? Whenever someone or something you love needs a zap of healing energy. Awaken the inner wizard or witch and cast a spell with Lemurian quartz. Escape your mind. So now this doubles down for me that you are sitting in your lower shadows of the student, right? The shadow attributes of the students. It's the unwillingness to translate knowledge into action because you're thinking maybe that you're unworthy or that you're incapable of bringing this grand design or this journey in that you have in mind to fruition. But it's saying instead of doing that, ask a fucking expert. It says, don't rely on your friends or the internet. Listen to a damn professional. So exactly, whatever it is that you're feeling that you're lacking, seek professional advice in order to bring that into fruition for you. Okay? So don't be afraid to step into the door of spirit, and walk with them. They're here to help. Walk with the 10,000s, Libra. Okay, I'm sorry. I thank you so much for coming to the Black Hearted Oracle. I pray these messages found you well. I hope that you find your higher self in the quiet places, and may Ma'at hold you in her loving grace. Ashe.